everyone, it's Roktan. Welcome once again to the Red Light District. Red Light Roktan on Twitch. Even though it seems that nobody ever watches me live. Whatever. I do this because I want to. Anyway. I wanted to talk about, because I mentioned my health problems that I was having last time before I really get into playing. I actually got a really bad, within about 1 or 2 days of that last stream, I got a really bad flare-up of the stomach issue I had talked about, to the point that I was crying. I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to sleep. I legitimately thought about calling 911 and getting a ride to the hospital. But finally I managed to get it to fall. I took a swig of Pepto. I think that helped maybe a little bit, and I fell asleep at around 2 a.m. But the next day I was still feeling pretty bad. It wasn't as bad as it was the night before, but I was like, nope, I am dealing with this. I'm sick of this. I've been at urgent care for this twice. I don't care how long I have to stay for them to do everything. I am getting this figured out. So I proceed to go in and I wanted to find a more lively environment, but whatever. I proceed to go in to urgent care, and I tell them my issues again, and I mentioned that part of it is that I'm having chest pain, and they decide to do an EKG, and then they do actually end up sending me over to the hospital because they want to do a chest X-ray, just because they just want to make sure that it has nothing to do with the heart, which thankfully it didn't. And they did the EKG twice for some reason. That was probably the weirdest part. So they have me do an EKG just before I leave for urgent care, and they give me the EKG reading, which I'm supposed to take over and show them at the hospital. But when I get there, they make me do it again. I don't know. I'm not sure if I got really the best explanation as to why. It was something weird or vague that I kind of just went, okay, do it again, whatever. And anyways, so by the way, once I got to the hospital, I spent about 6.5 hours roughly waiting. I spent maybe 2 in the urgent care, maybe less. I couldn't really tell you the time frame of how long it's been in urgent care, but waiting in the hospital was the longest period. Obviously, because they're dealing with a lot of more people who have obviously way more serious situations than me, and I understood that. And as hard it was to be patient, I just stuck it out, and I actually sort of took mini naps because I was falling asleep in the waiting chair, but I stayed awake long enough to I was alert enough, so whenever I was always at least awake enough for whenever awake fully for whenever they called my name to come back in again, because I had to keep going back in and then coming back out, I think 3-4 times before they finally got me a room. And in between those times, they did labs, they did the chest X-ray, and the EKG. Finally, I get a room, and then they had tried to do a CAT scan on me on the second time I went into urgent care, and they couldn't get a good vein for some reason. The guy couldn't get a good vein, and they tried to poke me at least 2 or 3 times, and I had already gotten a blood draw. And especially after they did it when they tried to get a vein in the hand, I was like, Okay, I'm done. I'm done being poked today. Thank you very much. Also, I was having kind of a flare up of the issue that day that made the whole process feel worse. So I just kind of I even though looking back at it, I probably should have stuck it out. Um, it it didn't make things easier, so I just wanted to go home. So, but this time I like like when they did. So they bring the guy IV and is like, and the guy is like, why did this guy have such a problem? You have great veins. What is he? What? Why was he having such trouble? And he found one in my right arm like right away. So I don't know why the other guy had such a problem. Um, so I finally get the CAT scan done, and they basically don't find anything related to my stomach issue. So they couldn't find anything that's causing this. What they did find, though, on the CAT scan, or from all the stuff they were doing, is they found that I had a small cyst on my liver. And they said it's nothing to worry about right now, necessarily. But I'm going to be going in on the 22nd for an MRI, and they're going to look at it closer to see what's going on and if it's something to worry about. But I'm also going to be doing a video visit with my primary care doctor and mention to him what's been going on. And also, I had a long conversation with my cousin Sarah, who actually has had really bad heartburn problems with herself, which is what this consistent a lot of times felt like, just really bad heartburn. She actually said she had it so bad at one point, and I don't know if she if she was ever like got overweight to the point where I am. She might have gotten overweight to some degree at one point in her life. I think she did. I think she had said she had to at one point she was struggling to lose weight because she was overweight. But it was nothing like, I don't think it, I can almost, I can't imagine she got anywhere near me or Dad. But who I wouldn't know, because for a long time I didn't see her in person. So anyway, she had really bad heartburn to the point, like, she actually said she couldn't sleep. She was struggling to get sleep, and she actually woke up at least once or twice with like acid or bile in her mouth. And I'm like, oh my God, that's horrible. I can't even begin to imagine that. That would scare the hell out of me. But then she decided to look up on her own some information and find and started to try different things based on the information she found. And one of the things she found in that information was that when it comes to heartburn, they've been misdiagnosing it in terms of the treatment. And that the problem that, like, is that heartburn is actually somehow, get this, not caused by too much acid in your system, but not enough. Or at least that's what she was, one of the things she mentioned. I don't know if that's what if she was saying heartburn is caused by that, but or if it's just the treatment process. I don't know. So by actually taking that acid pills, you're actually making the problem worse. in some ways. So she suggested a few different things. I'm not going to list them all because I want to get to the playing the game. But one thing I've definitely been doing since I had that incident is I've been like limiting myself to basically like one meal per day and spreading out that meal per day, if that makes sense. So like at the beginning or lunch of the day, I'll eat something. I'll eat, usually that will be like the first meal will probably be the biggest or the most substantial because that will be including something that has like meat or protein. And then the second meal will either be fruits or vegetables. And what I've been needing for veggies mostly is either something, and it depends on whether the meal I ate, whatever I ate already had, and then vegetables or fruit in it. By the way, and then the third thing would be some fruit. And like that's literally what I've been doing because I'm literally scared. I've actually been scared in a sense to eat. And I've actually tried to slow down when I eat in terms of like, make the process of eating take longer or even drinking take longer if I can, just to see if that makes any difference. But I'm going to talk to my primary doctor about her suggestions and what he thinks is going on. Because it really does seem like it's like my acid reflux / heartburn has just intensified by several magnitudes. It probably isn't, obviously it's not anywhere near what my cousin was describing, thankfully, but it's still pretty bad. And it's obviously affecting my quality of life. So, anyways, enough of that. Let's get to playing. Before I start, though, I will mention that I am now in the winter season of the game. Oh, no, oddly enough, it looks like, or at least the story, oddly enough, it looks like it's spring now, which is weird. It shouldn't, because when I went to Hogsmeade, it was all snow. Maybe certain areas is only winter. Maybe it's just the area around the castle, which is kind of weird. You would think, well, I suppose that kind of makes sense, that maybe different areas would have different weather, but you would think the weather would, if they were going to make it semi-realistic, that like each area would maybe go through its own season if they were going to do it that way. Because I haven't seen any different weather so far outside of Hogsmeade and Hogwarts. And right now, where I am is Bainbur. Because I was actually finishing up, and the reason for that was because I was getting all the demi-guys after the last time I streamed. And I've also completed some quests in the meantime while I was not streaming. Especially there was one, the day that that night that I had the really bad flare-up, I decided to play anyway, and then and just finish the quest to get Crucio, so I have it. And I think I may have done some other things too. I don't remember. So now I've started into winter. I have Crucio, the first dark art spell, and we're gonna start where when I went over to Bainborough, I saw this quest giver, so I'm gonna pick her quest up.
Hello, madam. Is everything all right?
I'm simply beside myself since Rococo ran away. He's my pet Niffler.
Ah, we have another lost pet.
I'm sorry to hear that your pet is missing.
Thank you. I appreciate your words. I mean, I've had him for years. He's lovely company. Whilst on our morning constitutional the other day, south of here, he and I stumbled upon Henrietta's hideaway.
Oh,
They
the quest that I did in the last
paranoid
stream.
recluse. Filled her castle with all manner of traps to keep thieves from pinching her valuables. As we drew near, the morning sun reflected off something in a window,
Or at least related.
Rococo was off. Oh, I've been worried sick. But I'm not about to meddle with Merlin knows what's inside that house, or the ashwinders that are lurking about.
Why did Henrietta feel the need to protect her house like she did?
Henrietta was a baroness who married well, more than a few times. Her immense wealth drove her to a life of suspicion and isolation. The more wealth she amassed, the more paranoid she became of losing it. Hence the terrifying traps throughout the hideaway. Not even her family has been willing to deal with them to get to her fortune.
Why don't you just get Rococo back yourself?
Henrietta's hideaway is treacherous enough, but add ashwinders into the picture and, well, I love Rococo, but I love staying alive more.
It's funny, I named the last stream Henrietta's Hideaway, but that's not technically where it went. I went to... I just thought it made a better name, and now I'm actually going to a place called Henrietta's. So, whoops. Oh well.
I'll keep an eye out for Rococo.
Oh, that's terribly kind. But stay away from the hideaway. Far too dangerous. If someone does find him in the hideaway, they shall be well rewarded. Henrietta's treasures are theirs for the taking. She certainly won't mind now.
What do you have
Just
to say?
in case. Let's check something. Okay. Alright.
That hideaway does sound intriguing. Perhaps I should investigate, for Rococo's sake.
Alright. Oh, that's level 25. Oh, and I finally now have a quest to get Bombarda, which is... I've been waiting for that one. I can't wait to see how that looks and works out. I'm excited for that. Alright. Alright, let's go. Let's remove... Whoops. Right. I want to get rid of this. I'm just going to go ahead and check my map for any quests I haven't picked up. Okay, that's the one, that's for that one. I've already picked up that quest. You know, might as well pick up any quests that have popped up that I haven't seen yet. There's the Professor Hog. Thief in the Night. Okay, I don't think I have that one. Yeah, see, as soon as I went up here, now it's winter. What's going on? I only traveled a short distance. How can it all be winter be over here, but not down there? That's makes sense, game.
It's rolling in her grave, she is.
Pardon me, sir.
Come to stare at the fool, have you? There's poor Ig Haggerty, robbed by his own sister. She's robbed almost everyone now. So, who's the fool?
I'm not sure I know what you're talking about.
Then you're the only one who doesn't know about Catherine running off with that thief, Victor Rookwood and his lot. Good riddance, I said. Never thought she'd return to steal from me, but us. But I just know it was her. I want her caught and sent to Azkaban for stealing a prize family heirloom. Sister or no.
Oh, I also completed another Ancient Magic trial. That's another thing I did.
What exactly was the family heirloom that the thief stole?
A necklace belonged to the first of the Haggerty women. Hundreds of years old. So much history. She'll likely pawn it.
Why would Katrin come back to rob the hamlet if she'd already left?
Do I look like a criminal to you? How should I know? She always despised this place, resented having to grow up here. Perhaps she did it to spite us.
Yeah, that actually does seem suspicious. Like, why would someone who leaves an area and, like, basically says, I despise this place, I'm getting out of here, come back and then rob the place she left? It seems a little... I mean, I guess it's not out of the realm of possibility for someone to do that, but as far as this quest go, I suspect that it's not her.
Are you sure Katrin is the culprit? It
Exactly.
could be anyone.
Thanks to that Rookwood louse, we're inundated with all manner of criminal. I wanted to believe it was any one of them, except Katrin. But she was the only one who knew where the heirloom was hidden, and she knew precisely which homes to rob.
And how does he know for sure he ran off with Victor Rookwood? Did he see her run off with him? For sure? Or did she leave a note behind indicating that that's where she was going? Did he hear from other people that that's where she, not just where she ran off to, but so much where she ran off to, but who she ran off to? But then you get to the question of, could those people have not given him more of a rumor, or some just weird pitch of gossip that could be a lie?
I could keep an eye out for the thief, sir.
You? Ugh. Nothing to be done by the likes of us. This is a job for the fine officer Singer, or some such authority. Besides, the thief, my sister, only strikes at night. Coward. Long past your bedtime.
Long past his bedtime, See, the thing is, I've been staying up past midnight in this game to pilfer Demiguise statues. So I don't think you have any room to talk, sir.
I should be going now. Thank you.
I'll keep an eye on your belongings if I were you. Katrin will steal the eyebrows off your face, she will.
Okay, that would be a weird thing to steal.
Nightfalls.
And I wonder if that's like an old saying. Like, if someone's known to be, or they think someone, or at least they think someone is a really big time thief, is she'll steal the, like, I think I've heard saying similar to that. I've definitely probably heard something like they'll steal the shoes off your feet or something, maybe, I don't know, something to that effect maybe, but I don't think I've ever heard she'll pluck the eyebrows. That's just, why? It actually makes me think of Spoonie's role-playing story of how he role-played a story in which he was a DM and the party was on watch for something, and these goblins or it was either goblins or no, it was kobolds. Yeah, it was kobolds came up and stole their boots, not so much because they were thieves trying to just stealing because they're being mischievous. No, they were actually stealing them because they were cold. Obviously, for an heirloom, that can't possibly be the case. that's really hard to buy, that someone would just steal an heirloom, like, for not like pawn it off or give it to someone else that they think is rightfully, like, it's rightfully mine, it was never theirs, kind of thing. Okay, got, I think that's all the quests so far that I haven't grabbed. Yep. Okay. Alright. Now, first thing we're going to do is we're going to do this. So we need to find a giant purple toad, which shouldn't be too hard. Now, where am I from here? Oh, that's convenient, actually. But I will say, thankfully, ever since that one night, I have been feeling a lot better than it was. I haven't had a major, massive flare-up. I still don't feel completely right. Everything does still feel off. And I still get, like, the occasional feelings of very mild heartburn. And like I said, I'm just like, it's like I'm eating far less than I would just based on the fact that I'm scared to eat too much. I'm even scared to eat more than one meal, one thing, like one meal per day now. That's kind of crazy. But it probably isn't the worst thing, you know, for me, considering my weight. I could stand to lose weight. Oops. There we go.
Assignment's all finished. Revelio.
Hang on a second. Let me switch this to this. I don't have that anymore. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Dang it. That happened too fast. There we go. The thing about Crucio is it's actually not that damaging, but what it does do is curse them, which does more damage, and curse spells make you do more damage for the other spells you cast.
Expelliarmus. Confringo. Defendo. Protego. Stupefy. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Stupefy. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Protego. Defendo. Expelliarmus.
Wow, there's a lot of them. I didn't expect there to be so many that I had to fight here. Are there more spawning? Because I can't tell. My eyes are just a bit blurry. Where are they coming from? It's like as soon as I get one down, another one shows up. Which is making it hard to do this. I want to get one isolated so I can do this dueling feat. Do they split off and form smaller ones? Is that what's happening? Ah! I couldn't switch it fast enough. There we go.
Expelliarmus! Confringo! Confringo! Expelliarmus!
Whew, that was a lot.
Revelio.
I think I just ran into a Dugbog lair, essentially. Okay. Now, I'm not sure. Whoop, hang on. I leveled up? I didn't even hear the level up thing. When did that happen? Yeah, let's do that one. Okie dokie. Oh, now it does the line.
Now
What
that
the
it's
heck?
night, I ought to look into this thievery business for Mr. Haggerty.
Okay, now we can go. Wait, did that add the quest? Is the question. Oh, okay, there we go. I think it was just trying to get that quest and then ran into the Dugbogs, I think. I don't know. Again, I don't even remember what happened. It got me there. The Dugbogs distracted me so much that I actually can't even remember what I did what I just did. Alright. Now. That's not what we want. Oh, there's another Summoner's Court thing. And then there's that. Okay. For right now... Oh, whoop, I think... Yes. We want to go over here. Hang on, my eyes are going blurry. There we go. Oh, what is that? I don't think I've seen that one before. I'm not sure.
Excellent work today. Class dismissed.
So I attend B's class and it's over as soon as I get
Be fond of all the dung in this class.
What the heck? Go to B's class and it'll be over when you get there. Mr. Nelson, you're late.
I take it you're ready to...
I completed your assignment, Professor. I'm ready to learn Bombarda now.
Good. Now, this spell comes with a caveat. It should only be used when necessary. The exploding charm, as you might suspect, can hurt people.
No,
Use caution
really?
when casting it.
I will, Professor.
I will hold you to that promise. Now, you must be precise in your wand movements. We don't want you blowing your hand off. Go ahead. Nice and steady wand movements. Remember, the exploding charm is highly volatile. Well done.
All right.
Now, let us put it into practice, shall we? Go ahead and try it on the pumpkins.
Alright, I'm going to exchange Confringo out from Bombarda because it seems to be the more powerful spell, I'm guessing. Because it's like fire, explosion kind of thing. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's a slightly different... Maybe it's not quite as what I thought it was. It looks more like a... Yeah, it looks more like a spell that shoots lightning, interestingly enough. Which I did not expect. Okay, I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to do that. And then maybe... That doesn't seem to do a lot, so I'm gonna do that. And use it on the pumpkins, she said.
Bombarda.
Excellent wand work. Cast the spell just like that every time. Assured and in control.
It's not as cool as I thought it would be. We'll have to see how it works in combat.
Professor, might I have a moment?
Yes. What is it?
I was wondering what inspired your interest in magical beasts.
Are you considering some sort of profession in the field?
I haven't decided quite yet, but I do find magical beasts fascinating.
You do seem to engage well with the beasts in class. I believe that when choosing a path, particularly of a scholarly nature, one must take into account both one's enthusiasm for a particular subject, as well as how one may best serve the students to whom one is obligated to both inspire and teach.
Of course, Professor. When did your path become clear?
I recall it quite vividly. It was the summer between my 6th and 7th years. I read in the Prophet about a wizard who'd been selling alchemy eggs and disappeared in the mountains near my home. I knew of the alchemy, of course, from my studies, but they are native to lands east of here, such as India. I wondered if it was possible that an alchemy could be so nearby. Hence, I went to find it.
What type of beast is an alchemy?
It is a spectacular beast. A feathered, winged serpent-like creature that can grow or shrink to fit a particular space. Its eggs are made of pure silver, hence the desire to trade in them.
Seems quite a challenge finding an alchemy in the mountains.
It was. After a few days, during which my parents grew increasingly annoyed at my absence, I found what little remained of the wizard egg trader. He was near a tree hollow, and there, inside, was a nest with 7 silver alchemy eggs.
What did you do with them?
Nothing. Beasts are to be valued for what they can provide for wizard kind. Protective clothing, potion ingredients, even wand cores. Only poachers see the value in ending a beast's life for galleons. I left the eggs alone. I hid. And moments later, the beast flew right over my head. Breathtaking. She then seemed to all but disappear as she shrunk to fit into the hollow.
That sounds incredible.
Indeed. I knew in that moment that I needed to understand all that I could about beasts and ensure that wizard kind learned to benefit properly from them. Now, I trust that I have answered your question. You would do well to continue your study of beasts, regardless of your chosen path. Beasts and all that they provide will vastly improve your life, and perhaps one day even save it.
I shall remember that, Professor. Thank you.
Okay, tells me about a new beast I've not encountered or seen anywhere in this game yet. I'm assuming I will at some point, but possibly, but we'll see. There's one beast that I've seen on the map that it shows on the map that there's an area where you can find this particular beast, but whenever I go over there, the beast isn't there. I don't know if there's a specific time frame in which it appears, or if I have to wait for a specific quest to show up for it to show up. I don't know, but it's it's called a graphorn. It's on the map, but so far I might have seen it once and got it and shooed it away, but ever since then, it's just like never. I don't remember if I saw it or not. So that's the thing. But ever since I went to the area where I think I might have spotted it, it hasn't shown. If I did actually see it, it hasn't shown back up. So this is one of the things that I haven't streamed yet, and I have done. This is one of the things I was doing while I wasn't streaming. Is like in terms of like the long time period when I was playing this game but wasn't streaming. Is the Summoner's Court, which is this game where you're supposed to like use your summoning spell or Accio to pull your ball and hit it along these like colored areas oh, I see how this works. This is different. So, and you pull along these, and then you get points based on where your ball is pulled to. But you have to you have to know when to let go of your Accio spell so it stops, so the ball stops. And you have someone you're competing with. And I think the quest doesn't complete unless you beat them.
Hello, Grace.
Pretty sure.
What are you doing here?
Nice to see you. Thank you again for your help at the lake. I've become quite good at Summoner's Court, and I'm waiting for my next opponent. I suppose that's you.
I suppose so.
Shall we begin?
And it seems to get trickier each time.
I'm game.
Well, let's see what you're made of.
Because these little ramps are definitely something new that wasn't there before.
Accio. You didn't see that.
Accio.
Ah, shoot. And all she did was knock into mine, so she's... so she only had by 10. She's not doing the greatest here. Ah! Couldn't get it quite to go over and stay there. Ah, you missed. Okay, if I can just get one of these hundreds.
Accio.
It's hard. So she won.
Seems I got the better of you.
Yeah, that's tricky. Because to know when to pull back.
Seems you couldn't get the upper hand that time. How about another round?
Let's have it.
Then take your mark.
But she's... that whole round, she never once got it on to the 100.
You didn't see that.
Accio.
Well, I didn't get it, but... didn't really lose that much by doing it that way. Oh! Oh! Booyah! Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. There's no way she's beating me now.
Accio.
Yeah, I won. I just screamed her. Just by getting that 1/100.
Well done! Diving, Summoner's Court. Seems there's nothing you can't do.
You played a good game though, Grace.
I did play rather well, didn't I? Only one student has ever beaten me. She's very good. But if you play the way you did against me, you might stand a chance.
Another one? Oh no. Means one more. I wonder if she's the last one. We'll see. Now, I saw one other quest, I think, in this area that I haven't picked up, and I think it's this one.
Oh, nice to see you, my young friend. Oh, it's you! Just the person I need.
Samantha, is everything all right?
No, it's not. It's my brother William. The one I told you about after Charms class. He's been cursed. He ignored my warning and now he's lying in St. Mungo's looking completely pathetic. He simply never listens.
I'm sorry, how exactly has he been cursed?
Oh, you won't believe it. Truly, but his feet were turned into purple beets. You can imagine his distress. And mine.
That's not much of a curse.
Go into the attention he was getting from our garden rabbits
Or
before
like
he
a
visited himself to hospital.
silly prank, if anything.
I'm so sorry. That sounds like a trying situation.
I should have said that's hilarious.
Everyone else just laughs at me as if it's a joke.
Oh, I'm
no
a jerk.
compassion at all.
Well, it is an unusual situation. How did your brother end up like this?
It's entirely his own fault. I told him about some research I'd done recently on our ancestor Marmaduke Dale. In particular, my discovery that Marmaduke's tomb was cursed. My brother's always making fun of my discoveries. This time, he laughed in my face. Told me I'd misinterpreted my findings. As if that were possible. And to prove his point, he went right up to the entrance of the tomb and poof! His feet transfigured into beets.
How awful. I can see why you're upset. He definitely needs some help.
Exactly. He may be a cape flapper, but he's still my brother.
Cape
and no
flapper?
one deserves such a fate to last forever. Especially as the result of a single brainless mistake. Now I worry that if the curse isn't reversed, it could become permanent.
Can't the curse be broken?
Possibly. The curse stems from a crest that was stolen from Marmaduke. If the crest were returned to its rightful place upon his sarcophagus, then I believe that William's feet may be restored. You battled trolls when they attacked Hogsmeade, escaped a dragon, and I could tell by your work and charms that you're a skilled spellcaster.
Did I escape a dragon? I
Crest
don't
to a
remember
sarcophagus
that.
should be almost effortless for you. So, will you help us?
Why was Marmaduke's tomb cursed?
The curse is the result of an intense sibling rivalry between Granham Dale and his younger brother Marmaduke. Marmaduke was a famed herbologist, and Granham resented the attention that he received.
Sibling rivalry? Sounds as if it might run in the family.
But I would never intentionally curse my brother, not like Granham did. When their mother died, Marmaduke was given the prized family crest. Granham felt that as the eldest child, he should have been given it. Years later, when Marmaduke died, Granham stole it and cursed the tomb so that none in the Dale family could ever pay their respects.
How do you know it's safe? I don't want my feet to turn into beets as well.
Oh, but the curse only applies to Marmaduke's descendants, as my brother so aptly demonstrated. That's why I need your help. You're unrelated to my family, so the curse wouldn't affect you.
Why was Marmaduke famous? Because he was a cartoon comic dog.
Why is your ancestor so well known?
He discovered the properties of several magical herbs
It also
and
had a
plants.
TV show,
He also uncovered numerous types of
if I
flora.
remember.
The wizarding world owes him a great debt. His work not only impacted the discipline of herbology, but also potion making.
I can take the crest to Marmaduke's sarcophagus for you.
Oh, thank you! Thank you so much! You'll simply go into the tomb where Marmaduke was laid to rest and place the crest on top of his sarcophagus. According to my research, the tomb's been abandoned for centuries, so it should be a fairly simple task. You'll find it just east of the hamlet of Brockborough.
You say that, but
Thank
if
you
it's a
for your
tomb,
help.
it's
My
probably
family's indebted to
gonna
you.
have
My brother's doing well,
Fair
thanks
Eye,
to
is my
you.
guess,
And he listens
because
to
they're
me now.
undead, and
Turns out
see,
having beads for feet teaches them.
or at least some kind of nasty enemies in there. I mean, other nasty enemies. I just like, given the universe we're in a fantasy universe, you would just think like tomb, like some like mummies or zombies or something, and then Fair Eye is the closest thing we have to, is the closest thing in the universe to that. Oh dear, that's cringe. Beating a curse. Why'd you have to call it that? Oh, so this one doesn't have a level limit, so let's go do that one.
Revelio.
I think I've already been here. It looks like I have.
A pile of gold. I must be on the right track. It looks as if the thief took more than they could carry.
Pile of gold where? I don't see it. What trail of coins? Am I supposed to see something?
Revelio.
Absolutely shameless.
Problem is, how in the heck am I going to see anything in snow?
That Selwyn chap even thinks about stealing from me.
Let me see the map just to see if it gives you any indication of where it's supposed to go. Nope, of course it doesn't. I'm going to have to look this up because I cannot see a thing in the snow of, like, there was that one quest where, like, yeah, that was, like, how are you supposed to follow a trail in the snow? Like, it doesn't, I can't see anything. Hang on one sec. Okay. Small camp handicap due west.
more gold. I must be getting closer.
And it says, this little guide I'm looking at, I have to find a Niffler den. Climb the rocks above the Niffler den. Okay. Mark that on my map.
A Niffler. It wasn't Catherine Haggerty after all. Revelio.
And they're, interestingly enough, the Nifflers aren't there, which is, yeah, that is interesting, kinda. Maybe it's just they disappear for this part of when the quest is active. They normally show up otherwise.
Revelio.
A seal or something.
That must
Aha!
be the Haggerty family heirloom.
Says capture the thief, but I don't see anything here.
Revelio.
Is it something where I'm supposed to capture the Niffler? Oh, it is, so... That's interesting, okay. Let's try something here. Let's do a wait period and see if they show.
Revelio.
Oh, this helps actually, because now I can see the gold. Now I can actually see the gold that I didn't see before. Oops. Not what I meant to do. Okay. It says it's there, but I'm not seeing it. Unless it's really well hidden.
Revelio.
Oh, there it is. Why didn't I see that before? Gotcha.
I wonder how Mr. Haggerty will take this news. His sister wasn't the thief, and his heirloom's coming home.
That was a pretty easy quest. Yeah. See, it seems like chaining into night made that quest a lot easier. And here's the thing, though, too, is like, why didn't I see any, like, when I was doing the Revelio before, why didn't I see anything light up in blue when I cast it to show me piles of gold that I might pick up? Because I saw them when I got to the rocks area, but why didn't I see it up before that?
I have some good news, Mr. Haggerty. I unmasked your thief.
Nothing to unmask, was there? We all know that the thief was my sister, Catherine.
Actually, sir, the thief was a Niffler.
What?
You know, small, furry, pilfering. I followed it to its lair.
So I was right that it wasn't
her. The only
her.
one who knew how to get into our homes, where to find our treasures. But I suppose, mangy little blighter. Well, if you found the Niffler's lair, as you say, you must have found my heirloom.
As a matter of fact, I did.
Thank you. You don't know how much this means to me. Catherine's a disappointment for certain, but I never wanted to believe she was behind this. Now, thanks to you, I won't have to. What a strange world we live in. Suppose they can't send a Niffler to Azkaban. At least I got my heirloom back.
Okay. So now we've got 2 to put in the vivarium. Let's go ahead and do that because that's a new thing that also opened up since I played. Don't think that's something I showed yet. Basically, I have a new area inside my room of requirement where I can put any beasts I capture. I don't have a Niffler, though. That's weird. Why am I out of room? Hate to have to do this, but okie doke. I'm going to try putting him in the other big area to see if that works, because I don't know. Because it also opened up an area for highwing, I think. That's what it's for.
You should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
Maybe not. Maybe it's just a second one. Maybe I get more space as I do more quests, we'll see. Oh, he's already brushed. Oh, he already has them. Okay. The both, so. Alright then. Okay, why would it... That's frickin' weird. Oh, wait. I think I know why. That's... Oh, so yeah, it was the Hall of Herodiana, not the Hideaway. That's that. Where's the Undercroft? There's a second one? Okay, this is bugging me now, because I should have like a fast travel point to the Undercroft, but for some reason I don't. So I guess I'm just gonna have to follow a path and hope I get it, and hope I find them.
Revelio.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I heard something like...
Bombarda.
Oops. Oh, that's the... Never mind. Here we go.
You'll never believe what I've...
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
Okay. Let me just take my meds real quick. I'll be glad when I don't have to take this one med that they gave me, because I swear it's like chalky. And it's like, it seems to have this tendency to break down or get crushed, and then it's like even worse. What is with that pill? It's the worst. Oh, God. Whatever they gave me, I'm going to tell them, like, one of the pills they gave me is, like, had this chalky thing that it, like, just what made it really difficult to swallow, and it's
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
I see no reason to involve Ominous.
I'm glad you agree. When I know more, I shall send an owl. And don't feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Oh!
Ominous. We were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
I am not letting this go.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I know what I heard. You knew I wouldn't agree with you. Going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
Those references in the book seem promising.
Everything to do with Salazar Slytherin seems promising until it's too late. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further. But if you think he might, please let me know. It would mean a lot.
I'm sorry, but no, I want to learn all the spells, so I'm not, like, skimping out here, okay? I'm only being a good guy up to a point, but I'll pick the right responses just enough to learn these spells. Okie dokie. Now, next thing. Now we go to the Dale family tomb. Way over there.
Looks rather dark in there. Never stopped me before. Well, my feet didn't turn into beets. That's a good start.
Well, no, she just told you they wouldn't. Okay, that's the entrance. Okay.
Revelio. Bombarda. Revelio.
Now Bombarda actually came in useful. Maybe I only got this quest now that I have it? I don't know.
Should have known a herbologist would use Devil's Snare.
Can I jump? Yes. Oh, so that's only one path, and it looks like I can't go anywhere else without going in the next area, so
Lumos.
there's definitely, most probably something back there.
A troll.
Oh, maybe not.
You can't be serious.
And now, how do I do this again? I need to look this up. I might have been able to do it once, but I don't remember how I did it. Flip a club. It's a dueling feat to flip a club's troll into his face. So, repairing troll. Misunderstanding of common wizard gesture. This troll ran to a small hamlet east of Hogwarts. Misunderstanding a common wizard gesture. Right after the troll slams to come down, flip end over to sub depulso. I swear I tried that.
Confringo. Confringo. Bombarda. Bombarda. Stupid. Confringo. Crucial.
Why didn't it switch?
Bombarda. Confringo.
Okay, now I know it's down. The timing of this must be insane. How? When are you supposed to do it? Is the trick. Yeah, how are you supposed to... he swings the club too fast. He can't. You can't do it. When he swings the club down, he does it too quickly. There's no way. Like, once he swings it down, it comes down so fast that you can't do it.
Revelio.
I wasn't expecting that to be a slide down. I hope I can go back up at some point, or find a way back up. Because I didn't know that was going to happen.
Well, Marmaduke certainly left behind more than plants. Revelio. Bombarda. Revelio. Bombarda. Revelio.
I think this is where I came from. Yep.
Lumos. Revelio. A sarcophagus. This must be Marmaduke. That should reverse the curse. Hopefully.
I expected this to be a little longer. Well, at least now I see why they gave you that way back, because that's the only, because there's not a secondary exit or entrance like there was, like there has been with some of these other caves or areas I've been to.
Samantha will be glad to hear that the crest has been returned. I certainly hope it reverses the curse.
Alright. Oh, wait. Could probably just foo flame. Make this faster. And let's go here. By the way, I wanted to mention one of the things I talked about in these previous streams is I mentioned that I've really calmed down. It's actually kind of affected my taste in music, at least a little bit, or changed how I view, or at least changed how I view some of the music I have or listen to. And what I find is more of a desire to listen to calming, relaxing music, and find even in my heavy music, I seem to want that. It's not that I still don't enjoy the heavy music and extreme music. It's just now I don't enjoy it for the same reason anymore. Like, it's not a catharsis anymore. I like it more for the rhythm aspect, for the musical aspect. Maybe some of the lyrics speak to me, but it's not like as strong in like the anger reason that I used to have for listening to it is not there. I might use it in the future to try to get me pumped or, push forward for like a workout if I can ever get out of this, if I can start getting fit and stuff like that, and actually get to a point where I can work out without feeling like I'm gonna like hurt myself, and use it for that. But right as it is right now, that's where I'm at. Like I recently got introduced to an artist from a YouTuber that I like watching, but I'm not subscribed to, by the name of Charles Cornell. That's like a jazz pianist, and and an artist he mentioned in a video is by the name of Bon Iver, and he's like an indie rock artist. And when I heard it, I think I had watched the video before or heard it before, but this is the first time I was like, wow, I really like this. I might have heard it before, I'm not sure. Okay, how do I get inside? A little confused. Okay, where am I? Exactly. Okay, that's what I thought. So why would it put me, why would it send me to this quest marker that was out and... That, like, why would I follow quest market out into the map main air outside of Hogwarts when the quest giver and the person I needed to return to was inside Hogwarts? Why did it do that?
I'm happy to tell you that I returned the crest to Marmaduke's sarcophagus just as you asked.
I thought as much. I received word from St. Mungo's that my brother's feet are back to normal. No more beats. Oh, I cannot thank you enough. It wasn't too much trouble, I hope.
Just a measly old troll. Nothing significant.
A troll? Oh dear, I'm so sorry. That's awful. No one has been in that tomb for centuries. But I can't say I'm surprised. Marmaduke seems to have been full of surprises.
Indeed he was.
Well, I suppose I should be going. I'm anxious to see my brother, who must be elated to have his feet back.
Of course. I certainly would be.
William and I are forever in your debt. Thank you again for what you did.
Well, it's not like he lost his feet. It was like he was cursed with this growth on his feet that maybe they were painful. I don't know. She didn't say. Did she say they were? I don't recall. She has his feet, but it's not like they were cut off or something, or someone cast a spell of, oh, your feet are gone, and literally made your feet disappear, but in a way that made it so you in a way that made your feet literally it was like, okay, your feet are gone and you now have no feet, where now you can't walk, kind of thing. That kind of, not like disappeared and made them invisible, but just yeah. All right, next step. We're gonna go to Poppy. See, that's where it led me. So why would you not tell me to go? Why would it lead me to the main quest instead of the one what I was trying to do?
Handy resource indeed.
Is Highwing all right? Natty told me what the two of you did.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help. especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Horntail Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poacher's best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poacher spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
This way.
Okay. Now we follow her.
A centaur. Tread carefully.
Oh, I see it. I think that's the first time of me seeing one.
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
He was certainly a charmer.
It seems like I have to say that in the universe of Harry Potter, from what I've seen in the movies, I don't remember the books that well. And here is like the centaurs seem very neutral unless like you'd have to really convince them to join a side. Is like they seem neutral to any conflict going on.
Fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious.
Whoa, what's happening over there?
That's the third time I've seen a Dugbog behave that violently.
Whoa, so that was a Dugbog pulling like a... It looked like an elk.
I've noticed that too.
Into the water.
It's almost like there's something in the water. This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Revelio.
See a chest over here, so I'm gonna go ahead and open that. Oh, I guess I can't do it like that, so I'll have to wade through.
Revelio. Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left? Pelts. Poor beasts. still smoking. They can't have been gone long. Revelio.
Oops, I accidentally drank a cup of tea or something, or whatever that was. So that's an upgrade. So let's go ahead and equip that. And then change appearances, back to that.
Revelio. This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
Anything interesting?
Poachers were here. All sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't have a good feeling about this.
Revelio.
So we're gonna follow her again.
Poacher interests align.
Look, down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here. Let's get a better lay of the land.
I'm gonna move down just a bit and then cast it.
You can't keep your eyes off a pretty lass, you can't. Quit a flick of a frock and you fall to pieces. Come on, messing about.
Honestly, I kind of like doing this more. Just sneaking up behind people and petrifying them.
Revelio.
If I can get away with it. Uh-oh. No. Doesn't see me. Now I have to wait. See if I can wait for them to turn around. Okay. Oh, never mind.
Revelio.
Well, at least it was the one, and the others didn't know what was just happened because they were far enough away from the pack. I heard somebody loudly casting a spell, but they were like 20 feet away, so I'm not gonna notice what happened, because I'm dumb. I should go over there and investigate, but I'm not going to.
Revelio.
I should have easily heard that. And maybe check that out.
What in Merlin's name?
Whoa.
Are those dragons.
They most definitely are. Like they've built a dragon fighting ring. Now it's getting kind of exciting.
Fighting ring. This is Hauntel Hall.
The name makes sense now, and the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word, given how crowded it is here. How could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being in the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted. More hushed approach is likely wise.
Don't know what Victor was thinking, striking a bargain with him.
It's Totalis. Revelio.
Yeah, this is one of the, interesting enough, when a game forces stealth, I like the fact that this game has stealth, but it doesn't really force you into it. You can choose to be, just go in and start fighting, or you can choose to be stealthy and fight people that way. I like the fact that it does that. Now I have a problem. I don't know how to get... Unless... Oh. I see.
Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Will they join us?
Nah, they say we go too far. The violence isn't going to get us what we want. I say, if every last wizard is run through with a blade, then violence is going to get me precisely what I want.
Sickens me to work alongside any of them. Don't know how Ramrock's stomach's being near Rookwood. Foul beast.
Not much longer now. Soon our necks will be out from under wizarding boots. Wizard kind will pay for what they've done.
So basically the goblins really don't even want to be working with the one dark wizard. They actually want to take revenge on all wizards, regardless of dark magic or not. I feel like there's a story behind that, but I don't remember if there was some kind of reason the goblins hate. If there's a specific reason the goblins hate wizards, if that was told in the books or in the movies or at all.
That curiosity young people tend to nurture. Never. That warrants a look.
Revelio.
I heard you've made a mistake.
Ah, he spotted me. Well, at least it was only one of them. And you become a chicken for your trouble. I like the fact that one of my agent magic uses of agent magic is somehow being able to turn enemies into chickens.
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
Yeah, they are, but they don't want to be, it sounds like.
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her on, shall we?
That's it. That is the word.
Revelio.
There's a lot of them there, so I may only be able to get one of them.
Hebridean from the looks of it. Can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Hang on a second. Eyes are blurry. And after this quest is done, I'm going to have to end it because eyes are really bothering me. And unfortunately, whenever my eyes bother me, it really gets to me. I can't deal. And I've been struggling this whole time. And I hate the fact that I feel like I feel like I could have more energy if I ate more. But at the same time, I'm scared to eat. So, and there's the other problem. Given my weight, I don't know how much calories I can consume, especially considering I'm not really burning that much. Because I'm not really getting much of any exercise. So. Not that I don't want to, I want to be in the right place for that, if that makes sense. I'm not ready to do that until I move in. I feel like I'm not ready to start that part until I move into whatever my next like hopefully more forever place is going to be, or at least something I'm not going to get myself kicked out of again.
All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The elements of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
And that's the first ever place I definitely got kicked out of it. At least that wasn't a job. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I kind of figured that would happen. That would happen. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to use. Well, the problem is she's with me, so I'm not going to be able to do as many dueling feats because she's fighting them too. It's weird where, like, having a partner to fight actually makes...
You're the one we're looking for, and you were afraid.
You less want to have people with you.
Bombarda. You think that's simply for gardening in the bowels?
At least I'll have a good title for this stream right away, as the Dragon Fighting Ring. Because that's what we just entered into, or found. Okay, now we use Accio to free her.
This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out.
Go. Aw, I wanted to make friends.
This way.
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
Since the dragon we freed flew off, does that mean we get to keep the egg?
I'd much rather we have it than the poachers, at least for now. But I don't think we should keep it indefinitely. It'll be hard hiding something like this from Professor Weasley for long.
Should we expect trouble from the poachers, given the trouble we just caused?
It'd be foolish not to expect it. They're not a forgiving lot. I'm sorry to say that you likely have a larger target on your back now because of what we just did.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
Alrighty. Well, that was cool. Got to see a dragon fighting ring. But unfortunately, since my eyes are really bothering me, I'm going to have to end the stream here. And so I will say till next time, and I hope someone watches the highlight and the YouTube video. This has been Roktan signing off. Slick out.